The purpose of today's gunfire test is to generate sound levels for the sound engineers to record and be able to map out what the likely impact will be in the general area. A number of issues we have to address here. First of all, we're going to be using live firearms. Dick Hefflinger and myself will be shooting. I'll have a rifle. Dick will have the shotgun.
Right. I want to just have those separate groupings, just in case anything happens with some of the data, that we can eliminate that and we still have some good data to work with. So.
Okay. I'll have my electronic earmuffs on so I can hear you.
Okay.
You know, so just call out when if I get ahead of myself. The man's firing.
The purpose of our exercise today is to take some additional readings of sound that might come from firearms that are used at a public shooting range. And we have acoustical consultants with us today that will be taking measurements of firearm sounds at close proximity. And that allows them to get a reference point as they build a model to understand how sound would transmit within the range and the surrounding area.
Well, we're measuring at several different locations in a semicircle around the shooter, so at 0 degrees, 60 degrees, 120 degrees, and 180. And the idea is to get sort of a directivity of what that firearm noise level produces. So it's not the same behind the shooter as it is in the side of the shooter as it is in the front of the shooter. So we're trying to get a sort of a directivity of all different directions. So, and we'll be measuring, I believe, 2 different firearms today. That'll give us the raw data for the firearm. How loud is that firearm? And then we plug that data into a software model, which will allow us to predict the noise levels to anywhere in the area. So the software model will allow us to include things like the topographical information, the ground cover, wind speed and direction, atmospheric conditions. So we can include all of those things in the sound model, in the software model, and we can manipulate that depending on what conditions we want to analyze, and then predict what sound levels are to any areas that's nearby.
The purpose of this sound assessment is to just one last time take a look at what the potential sound impacts might be. Some preliminary work was done several years ago by project advocates along with the State Department of Health support. And then we repeated and did some additional work a couple of years ago